Yo, and hello everybody, Mike here, baseball collector. It is Monday. I have the day off. I'm like, what can I do today? There's no mail, so I'm not going to have any cards. I'm still disinfecting the card room from Chris from Missouri being here. Man, that guy leaves behind a stink. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. We had so much fun with Brent and Tom and Chris here. We had a great time over the weekend, went to the Dallas Card Show, came back, ran to the ranch, and yeah, it was a blast, absolute blast, but very whirlwind kind of period. So I thought, what am I going to do today? And I'm like, I might as well do my YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame ballot and get that in so I don't have to worry about it later. And yeah, I think Jake said this is year 8, which is crazy when you start something literally on a whim as a kind of contest response type of thing, which is what happened back in 2018. And then here we are still doing it. That's kind of cool. I hope people enjoy it and understand what it's meant to do and just recognize what people contribute to the community and how they do their hobby, you know? So I have 10 channels that I am going to vote for, and I'm excited to do it. This is a pretty similar list to last year because not many of my guys got in that I voted for, which is fine. Everybody's got to vote, and you just count up the votes, and it is what it is. Okay. It seems appropriate on Inauguration Day to vote for something like this. The actual Baseball Hall of Fame comes out tomorrow of who's going to get in, and that's exciting. So, okay. I'll be doing some videos later this week about that. All right. My 10 votes. Why do I vote for who I vote for? Because I think they contribute a lot to the sports card community. And my votes are going to be a little bit different than most of the ballots that I've seen so far. Some of it will be overlap, but there are some differences, and I will explain as I go. I'm getting a pen out. First off, these are in no particular order, but Orlando, A Collector's Dream, is my first vote. He is, at this point, indispensable to this community. Super great guy, super knowledgeable, great collection, all the things that I look for, super involved, all of that. That's what makes a Hall of Famer to me. And Orlando does it all in spades. So he is my first vote. Next up, because I'm Carlos, and I think that he's been around forever. He is valuable to the community. He does a lot of cool stuff, live streams on Fridays, and he and I have not always seen eye to eye on a lot of things, and that's okay. You know, that doesn't mean he's not worthy of the. I'm not just voting for people that I, am best friends with, and not that I dislike Carl. I don't dislike Carlos. I just wanted, what he does is good, and I think it's worth recognizing for the YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame. So, because I'm Carlos, next up, again, if people don't vote for this guy, I don't get it. I really don't. And it's Chris Sewell, baseball card collector, investor, dealer, in that order. I mean, look at the success that his channel has had. Look at what he does. He's in the hobby full time. Like, do I need to say anything else? Like, seriously? He's one of the most successful channels out there. And if you think that doesn't matter at all, then I don't know that you're looking at this properly, because it does matter. He's got 60 whatever thousand subscribers. Give me a break. That is a huge channel in this niche of our world. And he's involved in the community. He comes to the event at the National. Like, to say he's doing this over here and we're all over here, that's just not true. So, of course, Chris should get a vote from everybody, myself included. Next up, Big D for Life, Scott. Big D for Life has been around since dinosaurs roamed the earth on this platform. He is part of the old school group, even before I was around. And like, Scott collects football, so it's not even stuff I collect. Like, I watch some of it, like, because he collects Cowboys, so I do like that. But I don't watch all of Scott's videos, but I do think he makes a gigantic contribution to this community. and has for a long time. And to me, it's not about what have you done for me lately. It's about what have you done over your time period. And truthfully, there are lots of guys that, may or may not be familiar with Scott and what he's contributed over the years, but he gets a vote from me. Next up, breakout cards, Ryan Nolan. Again, another guy that is shocking that he's not in, and he absolutely should be. Of course, I'm getting a phone call. Sorry about that. So it was actually Garrett. He's already in the Hall of Fame, so he's not getting a vote from me. But Ryan Nolan breakout cards absolutely should be in the Hall of Fame, in my opinion. Next up, this will be another controversial one, is Ryan, card collector 2. And although Ryan is not involved in the community, really, from a YouTube standpoint, to say he's not a incredibly valuable channel for the space, I think would be a disservice and flat out wrong, because you can like him or hate him. He does a lot of cool stuff, and obviously owning a shop, going to all these shows, he serves a valuable purpose in the YouTube sports card community and world, and not necessarily in the community, like I said, but definitely he's, and he's got an incredibly successful channel. Like that matters to me. I'm not going to vote for somebody that has 100 subs ever. That's just, it just doesn't make sense to me why you would do that. And so Ryan gets a vote from me. Next up, Dylan Double D Vintage Baseball Cards. Dylan is one of the, again, you don't have to do it forever. Like, it's not just longevity, although I think that should play a factor in who you vote for. It's once you're here, what do you do? And Dylan is super involved, super positive, just great guy. I would love to go visit him for a lot of reasons. First of all, where he lives would be great to visit, and just to see his stuff and just sit down and chat with him, and that would be awesome. I've met him at a couple of nationals and just love him to death, but Dylan gets a vote from me. Next is Hitman 23, and Mike Hitman has not always been on my ballot, but he is this year, because I think it's just about darn time that he gets in, and at least he's getting a vote from me. Mike was the first YouTuber I met at my first national when I was starting to really be heavily involved in the sports card community on YouTube. And I met Mike, and he was the first guy I met, and just great dude. He's redoing his card room, and I've been loving watching that and asking him questions, texting him questions like, hey, what is that thing called? Because I want one of those. So he's inspiring me, which I love. And so Mike gets my vote this year. Next, another Mike. I should just vote for Mike's, actually. That makes sense. But Mike, Junk Wax Hero, gets a vote for me this year. Again, contributes so much to the community, does his weekly Clearing the Bases episodes where he's just kind of going through sports card news, which I think that certainly has a place in the hobby. He shows cards that he gets in the mail. He does, PSA stuff. We collect very similarly on many levels in terms of Diamond King autographs and player era autographs, rookie autographs, all those things. And Mike's just, he's got 10,000 subs now. That's also insane for our space. Most of us do not. I do not have 10,000 subs. And so good on Mike, and absolutely gets a vote for me. The last one, number 10. One of my, I would say he's definitely in my inner circle of friends in the hobby, and that's Josh, Rated Rookie. And although Josh doesn't put out tremendous amounts of content in terms of volume of content, what he puts out is amazing. And he's got an absolutely first-class collection, which matters to me also when I decide who to vote for. And it does a great job presenting the cards that he owns. My screen keeps going off. And he's just, super great dude. he's probably, out of all of these, my biggest homer pick. Like, as much as I love his content, he's must watch for me is Josh. But he's also one of my really good friends in the hobby, and so I can't just discount that completely. And I kind of rag on people for making all these homer picks. They're literally just picking their best friends. I have not done that, but in Josh's case, he deserves it whether he's my good friend or not. Truthfully, he just happens to also be my good friend. So that is my 10th selection is Josh, rated rookie here. And Josh, man, love out to you, man. I know you're going through a lot, and if you know, you know. And so, Josh, keep praying for you, man. So that's my 10. Orlando, a collector's dream. Because I'm Carlos, baseball card collector, investor, dealer, in that order. Big D for life, breakout cards. Card collector 2, Double D, vintage baseball cards, Hitman 23, Junk Wax Hero, and rated rookie. That's my ballot. Hope you do one too. We'll catch you soon. Keep collecting.